Bruce is likely most remembered for this play, a 73-yard touchdown that clinched a Super Bowl title for St. Louis 20 years ago. We're here at the Enterprise Center, home of the St. Louis Blues. They're having a pretty good start to their season. First conference tournaments were supposed to be played without fans, but now SEC tournament canceled. Big 12 tournament canceled. ACC canceled. Every major conference tournament canceled. The Tigers were up against a very good team in Arkansas today, but they were able to hold them off and rally for Ryan to pick up another big win. Chiefs fans, I'm sure you remember this run by Patrick Mahomes in yesterday's game. Now Mizzou Nation will try to rally around its basketball team as they take on Oklahoma here at 6 o'clock. The SEC allows 2 hours of team meetings each day, which the Tigers are holding on Zoom. Tillman played 26 minutes and notched 13 points with 5 rebounds.
It's commonly described as a cross between badminton and tennis and ping pong. The game mostly consists of play at the net and a lot of quick back and forth reflex battles between the players.
A lot of people around mid-Missouri may not be familiar with the sport.
3-6-2.
But for Dylan Frazier, pickleball is a passion.
I used to play basketball and baseball and football when I was in middle school, but started just playing pickleball more and more and gave up those sports so I could play more pickleball.
The passion began 4 years ago when Dylan was first introduced to the sport by his mom.
I love tennis, lifelong player, and in college they had it at the rec center, and so it looked so fun, and I tried it out and just loved it.
She introduced our family to it, and we started playing in our backyard. And then the first time we played with other players was in Florida at a recreational center there, and that's when we got hooked onto it.
We jumped in there and we played like every day for 8 hours a day, 5 days in a row because we loved it so much.
Since then, it's become more than just a hobby. He's competed in tournaments in 5 different states and been quite successful.
Total medals, maybe 30 or 40, I don't know.
Among those medals are a gold in the juniors division at the 2019 U.S. Open, a gold in mixed with his mom at the 2019 Chicagoland Classic, and a gold in the men's division in the 2019 World Pickleball Championship.
It has been so much fun to watch him blossom in this sport. So like he said, he played basketball and football and baseball, and he loved all those things, but when he found pickleball, he just has a passion for it that I hadn't seen in him before, and he's so focused on it, and it's just so much fun to watch him grow and excel in this sport that's new and upcoming, and so he's been a great ambassador for the sport as well as a great player.
A sport that's for everyone has been everything for someone.
You can compete at all levels. Not many people are going to come out and compete at the level that Dylan does. Even with a lot of practice, you're not going to be as good as that, but you will find people at every level, and it's such a fun sport.
I just encourage everybody to come out and try it because it's a really fun sport, and we've got a great group here in Columbia, so if you want to give it a try, then I definitely do it. It's worth it.
Jacob Lang, KOMU 8 Sports, Columbia.
Chased by Legit to the 15, throws back of the end zone. TJ Moe, touchdown Missouri.
Me and LaDamian have a pregame routine, and it actually started here 10 years ago.
Right before the game, he was like, this is the first time in 10 years we've ran out this tunnel together.
We kind of reminded ourselves of it today.
Because every time before we start a game, he said, it's just football and give me a hug. He's like, the last time I told you it was 10 years ago, coming out of this tunnel for the first time.
That was pretty awesome to kind of relive that moment.
A moment 10 years in the making. Marcus Lucas and LaDamian Washington walked onto this field together for the first time 10 years ago.
It was wild. My emotions were kind of going high at the beginning of the game. I was like, almost felt like I was gonna to throw up, but it was great. Like all the feelings came out.
Now the former Mizzou teammates are teammates on the St. Louis Battlehawks. Lucas is a Missouri native, but Washington has adopted the state as his new home.
This city is a great sports town. The state of Missouri is a great state for sports. I've been here for 10 years now, and I'm a Louisiana kid. And this is my home now. I love Missouri. I'm through and through.
The city of St. Louis is new to the former Tigers, but they say they're excited to be a part of it.
Fans here have been begging and really craving football. And, the hype has been around us for the last couple of weeks.
Now, 10 years later, the teammates could not be happier to be home together.
St. Louis is notorious for being a sports town, and they showed why today.
To come back here, I don't know, I just love it. My whole family was here. I don't know, it's a very feeling good moment.
Jacob Lang, KOMU 8 Sports, St. Louis.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
It's a little over a week into the sports shutdown, and today we actually have some news to share, but it might not be very good news for Mizzou fans. Reports say Mizzou freshman forward Trey Jackson is expected to transfer from the program. Jackson was rated as a top 100 recruit coming into Mizzou just a year ago. He played in 26 games for the Tigers, averaging 2.9 points and 1.8 rebounds per game. Jackson struggled to find a role with the team, with Konzo Martin frequently talking about playing him at different positions. Jackson joins Mario McKinney as the second recruit in the class of 2019 to transfer. As many people know, this weekend was supposed to be the start of the NCAA tournament. Mizzou would not have qualified, and in fact, they haven't even won a tournament game in the last 10 years. The last win came in 2010 as they beat Clemson. In that battle between Tigers, it was a tight contest with the teams tied at half, but Mizzou pulled ahead in the second to move on. Keith Ramsey and Kim English tied for a team-high 20 points, with Lawrence Bowers right behind them scoring 15. Mizzou would go on to fall to West Virginia in the second round later that weekend. Like many other athletes, Steph Curry has plenty of time on his hands while in quarantine. He's using that time to work on his shot. His golf shot, that is. The former NBA MVP posted this on Twitter, challenging others to do the same. Curry has been known to be an avid golfer, and it looks like those skills work both on the course and in the house. Got to spend the time some way. We'll be back after this.